Have you ever wondered why, when the sky turns a heavy charcoal gray, and the first few drops begin to tap gently against the window, you feel a sudden, quiet sense of relief instead of gloom? It's a curious thing, isn't it? How a day that many would call bad weather can feel like a warm invitation to finally be still? If you're someone who finds a strange kind of peace in the low rumble of distant thunder, or the steady, rhythmic pulse of a downpour, I want you to know that you're far from alone, and there is something truly beautiful about the way your heart responds to the rain. Maybe you've come across that word online, pluviophile, a term people sometimes use to describe a deep fondness for rainy days, but it's more than just a label or a fun fact about yourself. It's a way of experiencing the world that feels a little more textured, a little more grounded, and perhaps a little more honest. You see, the appeal of a storm isn't usually about sadness or wanting to hide away from the world. It's actually about what the storm allows us to feel and how it changes the very air we breathe. Many people notice that when the sun is out and the sky is a relentless, bright blue, there's an unspoken pressure to be on, to be productive, and to match that high energy of the outside world. But when the rain starts, that pressure seems to simply evaporate. Some find that a rainy day is like a collective permission slip from nature itself, a quiet whisper that says it's okay to slow down, it's okay to stay inside, and it's okay to just exist without having to achieve anything. This is the part many people don't expect. But that sense of comfort often comes from the fact that the rain creates a natural boundary between you and the demands of the world. It's as if the storm builds a temporary wall of sound and water, wrapping your home in a cocoon and making the space you're in feel smaller, safer, and much more intimate. Think about that feeling for a moment. The way the room seems to grow warmer when you can hear the wind whistling outside, or how the light becomes so soft and forgiving that it smooths out the edges of everything in sight. It can feel like the world is finally matching your internal pace, rather than asking you to catch up to its own. People often describe the sound of rain as a kind of sonic anchor, a steady, predictable rhythm that gives the mind something simple and repetitive to rest upon. Unlike the chaotic noise of traffic or the sharp sounds of a busy office, the rain is a textured hum, a white noise, that masks the distractions of life and lets your thoughts settle like dust after a long day. It's a sensory focus that doesn't demand anything from you. You don't have to interpret the rain, you don't have to answer it. You just have to listen to it. Here's where the comfort really comes from. It's the way the rain turns our attention inward. When the view outside becomes blurred and misty, our focus naturally shifts to what's right in front of us. The steam rising from a mug, the weight of a blanket, or the quiet thoughts we've been too busy to acknowledge. It's a time for reflection that feels safe, because the storm is doing all the heavy lifting outside, leaving you free to be calm within. Many find that storms also offer a unique kind of emotional release. There is something incredibly cathartic about watching the sky open up and let go of everything it's been holding. It can feel like the world is being washed clean, not just physically but atmospherically, as if the heavy tension in the air is being broken and carried away by the water. You might notice that after a storm passes, the air feels lighter, and the colors of the leaves and the pavement seem deeper and more vivid. And many people feel that same sense of clarity within themselves. It's as if the rain has done the crying for us, or at least provided a backdrop where our own complex emotions feel a little more at home. Some people describe a deep sense of nostalgia that arrives with the scent of damp earth, that fresh mineral aroma that rises when the first drops hit the ground. It's a scent that can feel like a bridge to the past, reminding us of childhood afternoons spent watching droplets race down a car window, or the feeling of being tucked into bed while a storm rolled over the roof. These moments of connection aren't about being withdrawn or lonely. They are about a natural appreciation for stillness, and the way a storm makes the world feel smaller and more manageable. Is commonly experienced as a form of sensory grounding, where the coolness of the air and the low light work together to dial down the intensity of life. This is why many people who love rain don't feel sad on overcast days. Instead, they feel a sense of cozy autonomy, a feeling that they are the authors of their own quiet world. Here's another thing many people notice. The rain acts as a great equalizer. When it pours, almost everyone is experiencing the same thing. We are all seeking shelter, all slowing down, and all under the same gray canopy. There's a subtle, shared humanity in a storm that can actually make us feel less alone. Even if we're sitting by ourselves, it can feel like the world has collectively decided to take a breath. And then there is the thunder, the low, vibrating presence that reminds us of the sheer scale of the world. For some, thunder isn't scary. It's a powerful, grounding reminder that there are forces much larger than our daily worries. It puts things into perspective in a way that feels strangely comforting, as if the storm is saying, "I will handle the drama of the sky. You just stay here and be safe." It's an ancient feeling, a deep-seated recognition of the hearth, and the home as a sanctuary against the elements. Watching the rain from a window is one of those universal moments of peace, a chance to be an observer rather than a participant. You can see the chaos of the wind and the water, but you aren't in it. You are held, you are dry, and you are separate. This contrast between the wildness outside and the stillness inside is where that deep sense of coziness truly lives. It's the realization that you have a place where you belong. Even when the world is in flux, people often find that their creativity flows more easily during a storm, perhaps because the rain shuts out the visual noise of a sunny day, leaving a blank, gray canvas for the imagination to wander. Without the bright distractions of shadows and highlights, the world becomes a soft, monochromatic space where ideas can breathe. It's a time when many feel they can finally sit with their feelings, without them being overwhelming, because the rain provides a steady, gentle companionship. You aren't sitting in silence, you are sitting with the rain. And as the storm begins to taper off, and the loud drumming on the roof turns into a slow, rhythmic drip, there's a specific kind of peace that follows. A post-storm quiet that feels different from any other kind of silence. It's a silence that feels earned, a stillness that is heavy, with the moisture in the air and the freshness of the ground. Many people find this to be the most reflective time of all. A moment to transition back into the world with a bit more clarity and a bit more grace. Loving the rain doesn't mean you are a person of shadows. It means you are someone who appreciates the nuance of the atmosphere, someone who sees the beauty in the gray, and someone who understands that growth requires more than just sunshine. It's a sign that you value the moments when the world softens its demands and gives you a chance to reconnect with the quieter parts of yourself. So the next time the clouds roll in and the light begins to fade, don't feel like you have to apologize for your shift in mood. Embrace that feeling of settling in, the way your shoulders drop and your breath slows down. It's a natural, healthy response to a world that is often too loud and too fast. The rain isn't an interruption of life. It is a vital, beautiful part of it, and your love for it is a testament to your ability to find comfort in the most fundamental rhythms of nature. It's about the way the storm changes the space around us, making our homes feel like sanctuaries and our thoughts feel like friends. Loving the rain is, in many ways, an act of being present, of noticing the way a single drop hangs from a leaf, or the way the streetlights reflect off the wet pavement in long, glowing ribbons. It's a reminder that there is beauty in the melancholy, strength in the stillness, and a profound, quiet joy in being exactly where you are while the world washes itself clean outside your door. As we come to the end of this reflection, I hope you can hold onto that feeling of peace. The next time you hear the first few notes of a storm beginning to play, remember that these moments are gentle pauses, precious gifts from the earth that allow us to reset. And remember who we are when no one is asking anything of us. The rain isn't just weather. It's a mood, a companion, and a mirror for the parts of us that need to be still. If this reflection resonated with you, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for being here.